Hello, Group 1. Welcome to MH Tarot and to your reading. I'm so glad to have you here. As your master, you chose Yeshua, or otherwise known as Jesus, and none of my masters today need any introduction because we all know them very well and we all look up to them in one way or the other, and they, till today, they're a big inspiration for many of us. And when it comes to your reading and the specific master that you chose, there are of course many aspects of his life that we can find and see inspiration in, and that we can even try to apply to our own lives. But I will focus on the aspects of his life and his messages that are being highlighted to me, because that will be pinpointing towards what your message is. And what I'm getting for you is that even if he's very loved today and we look up to him, he's an inspiration, he's an icon, he's a superstar, but when he lived, he wasn't actually that well liked. And the reason had nothing to do with him, right? He was very different from the others around him, and that had mainly to do with the gifts that he had cultivated and the gifts that he was born with. That's how easy it is, right? He was born with some and he cultivated some others. And because of his gifts, he stood out, he was different, and he didn't really fit in. But that would change when he grew up and became an adult and he got his own crew, his own tribe that he found. And these people that connected to him, they loved him. They could not even imagine their life without him. And I'm getting that there's something very important for you to know about the gifts that you inhabit. Those gifts could very well have been things that you hid away, maybe even from your own family, from the ones closest to you. Maybe these gifts as a child was just standing in your way of connecting with others. But what I'm getting is that for you to know which gift it is that I'm talking about, there is one specific detail here, and it is the one that you maybe don't know about or appreciate yet. However, what it is that you see and notice, it is that others react to it in a positive way. That even if you might still have some blockage towards that gift, others react just amazing to it. They love you because of that. They want to be around you because of that. They ask of you to bring that gift out, whatever it is. And there's something very important with that, how people react to you and how they are affected by this gift. There's huge guidance for you in that response. So you got the Five of Wands, the Knight of Pentacles. There's a specific timing for you that is connected to your gift. And let me just see the last card you got, the Page of Cups. Yeah, you will be surprised at the effect it will have. Most definitely. One of the things that will surprise you has to do with you admiring other people that could have the same gift, and you're like, but they are so advanced, you know, what they're doing, like I don't even know how to start doing and get where they are at. And tarot is like, I don't care, like this is your message, this is you. Why look so much to others and what they're doing when the reason why you even can notice that in them, it is because you yourself have it. You will also notice that most likely you're not becoming a student or a pupil or like someone who wants to be taught by these people that you might admire. And that has to do with you already being a pro, already inhabiting this gift in a way that you could, if you have competition, you would take them out. Okay, I want you to hear that very clearly. There is no way this gift will affect you in the way that it has before, where you could feel the need to hide it, to feel safe, but also to be seen, to be able to connect. This thing will be igniting you up from the inside, and it will get major response from the outside, where people will react to it in a completely new way that you're not used to it. And you got realizations. You see this creature being a giant compared to that deer, I think it is, being surrounded by the environment where he is supposed to be. But in that environment, he is a giant. Okay, he's sticking out, he's being noticed, and he's also being seen and surrounded because he is who he is. So another way of giving you a message is simply to tell you that you are very important. Whatever it is that you carry inside of you as your gift, however you identify to it and however you connect to it, it is something that is very important for people, for this plane that we're in. And it is a resource that you have, a resource that you can use. Let's see if it's one of them. Is it one of them? It's this one. Okay. So the Kali you got is Kundalini Shakti. Okay. Okay. Guys, there is a recalibration that will happen between you and this gift, okay? You could already be in good connection to it. You could already have a good sense of what it is that your gift is and what type of capacity this gift has. However, there is an activation that will happen for you. Okay, this activation will be part of a process you will go through that could be in many ways like life altering or life shattering. And with that, I mean that it could turn your life upside down in a way that it changes your life. You know, sometimes being upside down is actually quite fun. It's not just scary, it can be fun and exciting, and we want to be there, we want to go there, and we want to do it again because we had fun. You know, it's a very positive activation for you, okay? But you will be activated within this gift, and even if you have a good connection to it, it will be even stronger. And even if you have a sense of the capacity your gift has, it is most likely there that the biggest shift will happen. It is the way you view it when it comes to the capacity it has to create your life and to bring things, but also people into your life. So the first spirit animal you got is snow leopard with self-reliance. And the message to you is you are strongly independent and often solitary. Integrity is important for your best outcome. Cloak yourself with invisibility and walk with the shamans. Use your intuition and let your life unfold in silent perfection. So what this means is that for a while, there will actually be no one like you in your life, no one to talk to that actually understands you, because no one will be where you're at and no one will be doing what it is that you are doing. So in a way, you will be alone, but not lonely. It is alone, like the card says, that you will be self-reliant on you. When it comes to understanding your gift, what to do with it, the way that it is affecting your life will also demand of you to interpret it and understand it solely on your own level. And we have swan as your second animal spirit, and it says grace. And this message is, you who glides across the waters of my soul, bring me your wisdom and light. Help me transform into elegance and grace. Inspire me with dignity and the spirit of beauty. So this is part of your process, but I also want to make one thing clear. This isn't directly talking about you and your process that you will go through. This is actually talking about the way that you will affect other people, okay? It can be on many levels, either like in a public way, but it can also be the way that you will affect the people around you. One thing is that you will never be seen the way that you were when you were younger and didn't know how to handle your gift, what to do with it, when to show it, when to have it just simply for your own. That those types of energies will be transmuted, and the relationships you will have where you will not only feel safe, you will feel safe, but you will mostly be seen because of your gift. That fact that you are seen, this is what it's speaking about, this swan message. It is the effect that you will have on others. When you were younger, maybe they were annoyed or jealous. Now they will be impressed and they will just like you for what you have and want to be around you. And you will see some relationships also shift and change to suit this transformation even better, okay? It's like on a soul level, even if they are occupied doing other things, on a soul level, they will understand what is happening to you and know that just go with it, like ride the wave, go with group one, and it will all turn out great for them too. Okay, 9 of Pentacles, 2 of Cups. Okay, so guys, we're getting into what opportunities this gift will give you, okay? The Star in the middle of the reading, and also underneath the timing card, speaking of like a perfect timing for this to happen, when it will happen. Page of Wands. And 6 of Wands. My God, this reading, oh my God. Like we were talking about how important you are and this gift, how much you can bring to others. And then you get cards that are in a way boring because they're just saying what we've already been talking about. But you have Justice underneath the deck, speaking of karma, but also transmuting your karma into your dharma. walking the path that you're supposed to walk. However, these cards are also exciting, not just boring in a way. They're also exciting because they talk about the opportunities of you being able to create something based on the individual that you are, but that will give you actually just amazing and blessed relationships into your life. But it is also pointing towards something that you want to create. You will be able to create relationships. That is one of the most important things that we can ever experience. But there is something more that you will create that will require of you to be brave. Okay? Could that creation, together with the creations that you will have to other people, is very much part of why you are here. Okay? That is why timing was surrounding your message, that there is a perfect timing for this when it will happen. It's already set for you. If you want to know more about this timing, because I'm not seeing anything specific for you here, you could actually take out your own tarot cards, especially if you've learned how to connect with tarot when it comes to timings, then that is something you could do just to find out what it is for you specifically. But there is success and you achieving what it is that you have the capacity to achieve with your gift. Okay, there is a goal that you will reach, because this gift, when it is activated, it will put you towards your northern star, your north node, your cosmic destiny. Okay, that is why it's connected to a specific timing. And what it is that you will experience there, it will require bravery and you being courageous. But there is success and recognition. There is you achieving things because of this gift. Okay? Okay, group one, I emptied every one of these cards. So I think I'll end your message here. Thank you so much for being here and spending this time with me. I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hello, Group 2. Welcome to MH Tarot and to your reading. I'm so glad to have you here. The master you chose is Shiva. And none of the masters that I've chosen to do these readings need any introduction, right? And neither does Shiva. And what I will focus on when it comes to all of the aspects that he embodies, it is the ones that are being highlighted to me, because those are the ones that will be part of your reading and what your reading will be all about. And one aspect of Shiva that is coming through, it has to do with the way he could embody polarities. How he was both the destroyer, but also the rebuilder of things. And that is a very specific and raw type of creation, and a very vulnerable but also a very raw way of being a creator, that you tear things down and then you sweep it away. There's not one trace of what used to be, and from that space, that is where you will build the new things. That is the aspect of Shiva that wants to come through for you as part of your message. You are, in a positive way now, huh? Okay? A destroyer, because that is part of being a creator. And you're also a rebuilder because of your powerful creator aspect that you carry. For some of you, you have gone through this cycle of destruction and rebuilding many times, and that is why the word raw is coming through, because it's not easy to carry that kind of creative power inside of you, because it's another way to create things by having something, keeping it, and then expanding it or changing it, transforming it, but still keeping the foundation alive and keeping the foundation where it is, but you want to create something more out of that. This is speaking about a specific event that is part of your path, where things will be renewed by this process that we've been talking about. Okay, there are things that will be like destroyed, let's use that word, and then it will be cleaned out, and then you will rebuild something new. This is a very important aspect of your path because of the new that you will rebuild. We have temperance, justice, and the devil. Underneath the deck, 5 of swords. Okay, so if I was to give you a key word to describe the effect of the destruction and the rebuilding, it would be freedom. And there is an aspect to this new creation in your life that is connected to something that could be described as impossible or viewed as impossible. Okay, so I want to bring that out for you also. Justice is circling your whole reading, speaking of a contract, what is written for you, what is supposed to happen, but it also carries the message to you that this is actually perfect for you. That could mean that the destruction is something that you're longing for. That destruction is something that you could be working on, praying for, hoping for, and quite frankly, you just know that for my life to be the way that I know it has the capacity to be, this thing needs to crumble down. It needs to have like a tower moment, and then you will be there to sweep it clean, take it out of your life, and then to rebuild the new things that are connected to freedom. So this could be something that you've decided on before you came here, like a contract. That is what I'm getting for you. And there is also an aspect of this thing being impossible, and that could be that right now when you look at it, you'll be like, there is no way this thing will ever leave my life or improve. But it could also be talking about the freedom aspect, that you could be considering and thinking about, that you would love that, but how is that even possible? It's impossible. So there is absolutely a mindset here that will be changed also. Where you feel that you are stuck right now will be where you are free in the future. I feel like there's 2 cards here. Yeah. Okay, so you got your presence is a gift to others, card number 29, and we see the full moon. Maybe there's a second moon or another planet that they're very close to. Okay. Things are probably picking up speed for you when it comes to this destruction phase, that it's getting closer to you. But you should also know that you're not alone in this. That even if this change, I know I keep saying destruction, it is such a dramatic word, right? And I am a bit of a drama queen actually. But what another word we could use that is just as suitable, it is change. Okay, so let's use that word. But this change is coming closer and closer, and actually full moons could be very important, specifically the last full moon of this year or the first full moon for the next year. But I see you being very protected, being high up, being in a safe place, because you're needed to be well. Because of what will happen here with the freedom, for you to transit into that, you need to be well. You need to feel good. You need to have like everything together. So that is why I'm getting that you're very protected. You're held very high so that you can do this transit, because the things that will be required of you to create this new thing that is connected to freedom, it will actually require a lot of this raw energy that is inside of you, that has the ability to destroy worlds and then to create new ones, better ones, bigger ones, more beautiful ones. For you to have access to that, you need to be in balance. You need to feel good. You need to love life. That is why the transit for you will be easier than you might expect it to be. Let's take out a Kali for you. Oh, okay. And you got Kali, Kalmasa, Nasini. You know, this is the Kali that is actually longing for light. This is the Kali that wants to take a step out of the dark and step into the light and have the sun be on her skin and feel the warmth, okay? This is the Kali that is absolutely ready to take out her bow and arrow and to give it another go, another try, to be the fighter that she can be. But this is the Kali that wants to experience the other opposite of it. Okay, there we have it again with Shiva, with opposites, with having one thing but wanting the other opposite of it. Like, you can be a soldier, you can be a fighter, you know how to do that, but let's try out freedom and peace and harmony. You're going in that. You got the Kali that longs for that. No, it's not time for tarot. It's actually time for your spirit, spirit animals. You got butterfly, rebirth, of course. And the lion with higher calling. Look at them being there together with Kali. Your higher calling has been double folded, has been, how do you say, like two things. Why complicated? Your higher calling has been two things, at least what I can see when it is connected to this message for you. It was the first part of your life where you could have experienced the power you have to destroy worlds and to create them, and that every time it actually gets better and bigger. But you could have felt that the power you have to create through destruction could have been a little bit out of your hand. And of course, you know, something that big takes time to cultivate. It takes time to learn how to be in control over something that is that raw and big, but also amazing. Okay, that is a very specific creator type that you have inside of you. The other part of your higher calling, it is what this is speaking about. Okay, the thing that is connected to freedom, because the transit that we've been talking about, the characteristics of it that has to do with you being okay, you being well, you feeling good. It is, what's the word? I can't find the word, but it is a signal to show, a sign to show what your new thing that you will rebuild will be like, that it will be easier this time and a little bit like more playful actually. But let's read what the cards say, what their message is for you. So this one says, butterfly rebirth. You can reinvent yourself. Open to the rewards of change. You have brilliance to share with the world. Love every part of your journey. And the lion's message to you is, you have within you all the courage you need. Let go of the past and reclaim your majesty. You will find success and contentment with those by your side. Make noble choices for your life and your tribe. You know, you will learn a new way to create because of how experienced you are when it comes to this polarity inside of you of destruction and rebuilding. And you will actually be required to release some old energies connected to the destruction phase of the whole creation phase. There are some old things connected to it that could have to do with you misunderstanding your power, you misunderstanding the rawness of your creative power and how you express yourself as a creator. There's a shift there where it could have been complicated and hard, and it would be much easier and more filled with harmony the way the destruction phase will be for you. Okay, now it's time for your tarot cards. The Four of Wands. Yeah. You know, even the destruction phase this time around will actually be more stable and more adjusted to where you are in life right now. Also, it's like the power you have will look at you for once and be much more like you want it to be, instead of you looking at your power and then things just happen. It's like it will first check with you, like, is this how you want to go about this? And then it will do whatever it is that you tell it to do. King of Wands. Yeah, I'm not surprised, you know, that there's a lot of fire coming through for you. Also with Temperance, that is Sagittarius, a fire sign. But this is speaking about being responsible when it comes to the power you have, that this time around you will be much more in control and much more also communicative with your gift, where you will feel so much in your power that you know that your gift won't like burn things down that wasn't supposed to be burnt down. Like you don't mind having that, so why spread the fire over there? You know, that could have happened before, but this time around you're the king. Okay, you're not the Knight of Wands. And we have the Death card underneath Justice. Yeah, we were talking about this, how your higher calling has been two things connected to this, and how you're about to step into the second part of your higher calling. The Eight of Swords underneath the Devil, that spoke of the freedom that you're supposed and about to experience. Here you're stuck, and maybe even stuck in your own gift, not knowing what to do with it. Maybe even, you know, having this type of energy inside of you, this type of ability to like break things down and then rebuild it. Like that can be scary. Like, how do you control that? What do you do with that? You know, that mindset and the prior experiences you had with it could have been quite hard on you to understand, and you could have been confused and almost like put yourself in the middle of these 8 swords just to like stop you from doing what you can do, how powerful you are. You almost like put a glass ceiling on top of your gift. That is part of the freedom you're about to experience, because you will step into the King of Wands. And we have the Knight of Swords. Underneath the deck, we have the Five of Swords. You got the Five of Swords last when I took out these 3 cards that are above. Yeah, you could have lost things also with the Knight of Swords. You could have lost things because of how quick the process of destruction and rebuilding happened, that maybe you didn't even have the time to adjust. Maybe other people that were connected to you were like, what is this? This is so much. Like, what am I supposed to do with this? And maybe you even asked yourself that, what am I supposed to do with this, you know? But that is the new experience you will have with yourself. Like, the connection you will have to you will be awesome. You will be in such a powerful state and very centered and stable, that when you use your power and the fire that you have to burn things down, you will know what you're doing. This time around, it's different, and it will be controlled. It's like a controlled fire. You know, that's actually a good fire, right? Because when things are burned down and become ashes, that is great nutrition for the earth. That is where new things can grow. Those new things will be so happy, so thankful for the fire that you created, okay? So you won't misunderstand your gift anymore. You will be in control of it. And the result of it, what it is that you will rebuild again, the result of the change, it is freedom. It is an aspect of freedom. And also because of the sun, how Kali in this aspect of her is so attracted to light and sun. This could also be speaking about success and achievement and recognition for you, okay? So group 2, this was your reading. I hope that you enjoyed it and that it was helpful. Thank you so much for spending this time with me, and I'll see you in the next reading. Bye. Hello group 3, welcome to MH Tarot and to your reading. I'm so glad to have you here. The master you chose is the Buddha. And as every master that I've chosen for these readings, the Buddha needs no introduction, right? He is such an icon, he is such an inspiration for many of us. And there are many aspects of his life and the path that he walked on that we could talk about and get into, but I will only focus on the aspect that is being highlighted to me, because that is what your message will be centering around, and the aspect of his path that is highlighted to me. It is the moment in his life when he decided to sit under the Bodhi tree. And he was very stubborn, right? Because before he sat down, he said that I'm not getting up from the meditative state and his position until I reach enlightenment. And that is what happened. He stuck with it, he stayed there, and he reached his goal because he was stubborn, because he did something all the way through, okay? Oh, sorry, I just stumbled on the words. There's something you're being asked for, but also guided towards, that needs of you to be stubborn, to not give up, to not get up until you have it, okay? There's something that it could take some time, and it is asking of you to stay with it all the way through. So that is what your message is about. And I will take out your cards to look into this a little bit more. So the first card that wanted to come out, it's the Five of Wands in the same position as the first group. So if you felt drawn to the first group, then go check that out. You have the Empress. and the Page of Pentacles. You're being, I wouldn't say tested, but I would say more trained in something right now. And underneath the deck we have the Four of Cups. Okay, so right now what could be going on is actually that you're being trained to not give up. Like, the energies are surrounding some type of creation that will come from you. It could have to do with relationships, but it could also have to do with a very important thing that wants to come out of you, that you're maybe not like connected to it the way that would benefit this creation. Okay, if you're experiencing right now a little bit of you feeling unsettled, having a hard time to commit to something that you know you should commit to, but you don't know, like, there's something inside of me that is quite like bubbling up. You know, there's something very important there, because there are things being bubbling up inside of you to come up to the surface. And it has to do with you sticking to this whole process, because this creation will require of you this type of stickiness, this type of attachment, almost, you could say. So in a way, you're being trained and practiced right now for something that will come. Right now it is like on a smaller level that things could be bubbling up inside of you, and then the result of that could very much be like a decision that you take to move on, or to move in a certain direction that is pointing towards something bigger that you're being trained, and you need to stick with it the whole way through, to not interfere with the process and not stop the process. Okay, let's continue on with your message. So these are 3. Which one is it? It's this one. There's a distance. Okay, it says 24 between 2 worlds. Yeah. You know, you could be there right now, being tested, trained, practicing, understanding what is happening with you, because you get that there is something big, there's something that is happening now that could be in a new way. And there is like a distance between where you are right now and where you will be. And you're being so much asked to trust the process and to not interfere with the process, and to allow the process to go all the way through, to be with it all the way through. Because even if you are between 2 worlds, you're supposed to be in one of them that could be like a little bit far away from you right now. This could actually also be talking about something in your physical realities that is shifting, like a move, a home, a job, that you're being asked to leave one space to go to another space. And we got Kalika Tantrika. You know, you will change so much through this minor process, we can call it, because we have a minor one and we have a major one, right? So let's call this the minor one, where you are right now. That this process, even if it is the minor one, it will have a huge effect on you because of the connection you will have to it, where you will stick to it. You will attach yourself to it. You will be close with it, even if you don't understand it, even if it doesn't make any sense, because now you know that there's something bigger happening after this that will look like it, but be much bigger. What you're actually is going through right now, it is a type of rebirth. It is a new version of you emerging, a new version of you that is like, I'm gonna come out of you and I'm gonna take over the whole place. Like, something big is happening for you and with you. Okay? It's, you know, like the Empress, she gives birth also. Like something wants to get out of you. Yeah. Okay, this is big. This is big. No wonder you're being trained right now because of how big it is. This is not easy to do. Like the big one, the major one won't be easy to do without what you're going through right now. Okay, you got the loon, intuitive, and it also says, listen to the song in your soul. Trust your intuition as you have a way of knowing. Emerge from the busy life and seek more solitude. Recognize that you are unique and that you are loved. So there's a lot of great advice here for you to seek more solitude so that you can gather your energy, that you can ground yourself in everything that is happening inside of you, but also to trust your intuition. You know, stick with this, trust the process all the way through. And you also have Heron with patience. You know, you got two birds as your animal spirits. You're going places. You're being asked to switch spaces, okay? There is something very specific about this. Move along, leave something, go to something new. Okay, so this card's message to you is, create a place in nature's stillness and be renewed. Take time alone to find balance. Step confidently toward your purpose. Patience will bring you rewards. So, again, we have to create a place. We've been talking about that, the new place you're being asked to go to, whatever it is. It could be also very symbolic for some of you. But there's, again, stillness, take time alone. It's being stressed to you that you need a lot of alone time right now to tend to yourself and what is happening, because even if it is the minor one, it's still quite intense, okay? But this has to do with your purpose, that you're stepping confidently toward your purpose. Yeah, this is big, of course, yeah. If it's connected to your purpose, of course it's big. You got the Six of Swords. Yeah, like we've been talking about this, that you're supposed to and about to move along to a new space, towards the horizon. That could be you reaching a dream of yours, a wish that you have, and again we see a distance, and the horizon is also on a distance from us, and you're being asked to stay with it the whole way through, even if when you look at it you're like, it's so far away, it doesn't matter. The Buddha sat down underneath the tree and he was like, I'm not getting up until I reached my goal. His goal was to reach enlightenment, and that was his dharma, that was part of his life's purpose. That is how big this is. That is why you're being asked to stay with it, be loyal to it. You will get there. You're in the boat. You're already in the boat. You're on your way there. The Sun. Maybe something happened also in August for you that could actually be speaking a lot about what is going on right now. So because this is a timeless reading, August is like a month a month and a half, something like that. Like it was 1.5 months prior to this reading. So something could have happened there that actually activated these bubbles inside of you to happen. And now you're living with the effect of what happened like a month and a half away. The Knight of Cups. The Five of Swords. And the Ten of Swords. Okay, guys, like this is not easy. Like you got the Five of Swords together with the Sun. That is not easy energy at all. We have the Queen of Swords. So you could be involved with also people that could make this a little bit harder on you by not understanding you or by not giving you the space that you need to figure out what is happening to you and where this is taking you. This could also be like things that are not bad per se, you know, situations that don't carry any negative energies at all, but because of the situation, you're not being able to give yourself what it is that you need in this time right now that is very crucial for you. But the thing is that there's help coming in for you. And it is why this help will come for you. It is because of how important this creation is, because this is also connected to you ending a karmic cycle. And that could have to do also with how relationships affect you when you want to go after what it is that you want, and when you want to maybe shake things up a little bit so that you're able to move from one space to the other. There could be some karmic connections with others that are like holding you back. And when I say that, you know, for some of you, it's not in a bad way. You know, like to give an example, holding you back, that could be your kids that you adore and love, but because of their age, of course it holds you back, you know? Like, do you know what I mean by that? But there is help coming through. That even if the situation isn't something that you can do anything about because the situation is what it is, there is help coming through so that you can end either a karmic cycle or a bad habit that is influencing the way that you're able to go in the direction that you're supposed to go at, okay? Because you're definitely moving towards it. You will soon reach the destination and you will almost like shift worlds over here, okay? But this can take time. I want to be honest with you because of how big this is. And when it is this big, it's actually a good thing that it takes time, okay? This could all be very chaotic if it would be like from one week to the other, okay? So it's a good thing that this takes time, but because it will take some time, the message to you from the Buddha is stick with it, be very stubborn about it, attach yourself to it, even though I know like the word attachment is always used in a negative sense, but don't leave it, okay? You will reach this other world, but because you're in this small little boat, it will take a longer time than if you were like in a big ship, okay? But that is part of your path. That is how things are supposed to be. So just stay grateful, stay open, and stay stubborn, group 3. Don't let go of this process that is happening. You're being trained for something bigger. What you're going through right now could very much be a rebirth, so that a new version of you emerges and takes over this. Okay, group 3, I will end your reading here. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. I hope it was helpful, and I also hope to see you in the next reading. Bye.